we're going to go back to draw really quick so we can center it. We're going to draw a line that goes above the whole thing. And then we're going to draw a construction point on the origin. Then constraints, midpoint the line with this. Perfect. So right in the center. Can zoom a little more. Alright. Next step. This one. And maybe we can generate that. I'll go to elements. Try to go over here. Nothing else. Boom. There you go. That's all it is. You can go to the next step for this one. Then we can mesh. I think all the meshing is like the same, pretty sure. Yeah, they're all the same kind of thing. You just do the same kind of thing. Let's go over here. We can insert the first one. Do a method mesh. Triangles. Oops. Triangles. Go ahead and generate that. I think I finished. There we go. And the next thing we're going to do is you're going to click on mesh, and we're going to go to elements, first one, do a method mesh, triangles, oops, triangles, go ahead and generate that. I think I finished. There we go. And the next thing we're going to do is you're going to click on mesh, and we're going to go to element size. We're going to put that to 0.01, I think. Yeah, or in meters, that makes sense. There we go. And then we can generate that. This one just takes a little bit longer. Okay, that's the meshing stage done. Now we need to name our edges. So we go to edge. I'm control left clicking every single wall. Meshing stage. I go to element size. We're gonna put that to 0.01, I think. Yeah, or in meters, that makes sense. There we go. And then we can generate that. This one just takes a little bit longer. Okay, that's the meshing stage done. Now we need to name our edges. So we go to edge. I'm control left clicking every single wall. Perfect. And then press N. It's the wall tunnel. Sorry. We'll do wind tunnel wall. Wind tunnel wall. And then over here. And then one more. That's all of them. There's nothing in the inside for this one, so we don't have to name anything. Usually you'd name the cylinder or the plate, but we're done. Now you can go to the next step. We can update that real quick. Open up the setup page. Dial precision to. I'm going to close both of these because we don't need to do these anymore. Not until we finish this really quick. Alright, and then we start. We're in. Almost. Okay, we're in. We're good. Cool. Alright, we'll start it off. Go to models, energy, on, the viscous, keeps on. Okay. There we go. Those are all the things you gotta do there. Now we go to our binary conditions. My bad. We go to our binary conditions, velocity inlet, and to set, Ozbay wanted the test section to have 15 meters per second, and so I did like A1 V1 equals A2 V2. I got the velocity that it should be in the beginning, and I got it was 4, and then I tried it out, and it actually, was pretty close. It was very close to 15. I think I just went a little bit over. but I just put it at 4, and that should be fine. Apply that, close it. All the walls should just not be moving, so should be a hassle. Yeah, stationary, it's all good. Close that. Now we can just initialize this. Initialize. Perfect. The calculation. We don't need that many iterations of this one. Not a lot is happening. It's just the air going through the wind tunnel. And calculate that. Now, we do need to get the contours, which we'll get after this is finished. We'll do it all right here, and then we can go move on to the next one. The contours, the streamlines, and that center line stuff, and the vertical center line plots. Well, that goes. Let's see exactly what we needed. Hold on. Yeah, pressure, velocity, total pressure dynamic, streamline, along the center line. Okay, then plot the vectors. Okay, we can do that. We got that. It should almost be done. Well, I was thinking about cutting this, but I'm not going to cut anymore because I kind of just waited it out. So, anyways, now we're done with that. Graphics, contours. Let's get our contours really quick. So we're going to select all of them. This is the regular pressure contour. We can do it right now. That's what we get. There you go. Nice. We can do the velocity one. There we go. You see it kind of like barely gets to 15. I think 1.49 at the very tops and bottoms, like here at the edges. It really gets close, but it's almost there. Back to pressure. Now we do total pressure. Total pressure one, and then we can also change it to dynamic pressure. And get that right there. Perfect. Now, we can go to the streamlines, we go to path lines. We need a pretty cool. So, we can do already in the adjourn. The other graph, move this up. Now we have it there. Boom. Now we can press it. It's already in the adjourn. We don't need it. We can I drew mine. Make a center. So we need to make a new surface. We need to make new lines. So we need to make a center line that goes in the very middle. Now the way I drew mine, so you drew it like kind of just like in the middle of both on the X and Y, and we midpointed it. We can just do, because we just add the whole thing up and then divide it by 2. We do negative, which is the first part, and the second one. And that should be fine since you're already in the adjourn. We don't need to change this. It can be 0, 0, and we're good. So we can create that. We're going to change the name first. Just call it center line. Yeah, that's good. Now we have it there. Boom. Now we can press it. Now we needed the X and Y. Sorry, we needed the pressure, velocity, total, and dynamic. So let's do pressure. There's our chart. Nice. Swap it to velocity.